The AI wireframe is changing. We are seeing models transition from conversational assistants into active operators of software tools. ChatGPT is no longer confined to a chat window. It is now natively booking tables and editing your cloud documents directly. We are also seeing the rise of persistent AI teammates that live inside their own dedicated virtual machines. This week, hardware giants like Grok and NVIDIA have initiated billion-dollar pivots to support these new agentic workflows. Welcome to the weekly AI recap for August 16th through the 22nd, 2026. We are looking past the headlines to map out the technical reality of the past 7 days. Understanding this transition from isolated chatbots to integrated agentic ecosystems is essential for tracking where the capital and the compute are actually flowing. At the model layer, Higgsfield released Seedance 2.5. Despite initial reports, this is not a ByteDance product. Higgsfield is the sole developer. Seedance replaces traditional prompt engineering with cinematic selectors, allowing users to set the era, genre, and lighting while generating native audio in a single inference pass. In the open-weight space, Dot Studio released Dot's 3 Note. This is a multimodal mixture of experts, or MOE, model, designed for multi-date tasks rather than single-turn conversation. The specifications are often misreported. This is a 288 billion parameter model, but it is highly efficient, activating exactly 17 billion parameters to process any given token. That architecture supports a context window of 384,000 tokens. This corrects several hallucinations that claimed a 512,000 token limit. Alibaba also released Qwen 3.8, 27B, a dense 27 billion parameter model designed for local execution on a single Blackwell GPU. While some sources claimed a 1 million token context window, the verified specification for this model is exactly 128,000 tokens. Pika rounded out the model layer with 4 new audio foundation models, bringing generation costs down to 0.02 of a cent per second. This week's releases prioritize long horizon context and localized execution over the pursuit of raw parameter bloat. These models are increasingly moving into cloud teammate roles, most notably through xAI's Grok bot. The infrastructure here is specific. Multiple Grok bots under a single user actually share the same user-scoped persistent cloud virtual machine. This shared VM allows bots to collaborate asynchronously on tasks like invoice processing or lead research, without a separate instance for every bot. To manage this complexity, NVIDIA introduced NeMo Switchyard to handle dynamic model routing. Switchyard evaluates incoming tasks and directs them to specific models based on real-time metrics for cost, capability, and latency. We also saw News Research launch the public beta for their Hermes agent. Hermes Bot Mode allows persistent bots to communicate and delegate tasks directly to one another within a unified environment. AI agency is evolving into an infrastructure challenge that relies on virtual machine persistence and intelligent network routing. This infrastructure has enabled 3 distinct strategies for how we actually interact with these models, as seen in this comparison of OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google. OpenAI is following an outward expansion strategy, turning ChatGPT into an interface that operates third-party tools. Users can now search availability and book tables natively through OpenTable, Resi, and Yelp APIs directly inside the chat. ChatGPT also added side-by-side live editing for Google Drive, allowing the model to work directly within your documents and sheets. Anthropic is taking the inward browser approach. They have upgraded the Claude Chrome extension into a full Claude co-work session. Claude can now perform browser actions like clicking and form filling with sessions that persist across your desktop, web, and mobile apps. Meanwhile, Google Gemini has hit 1 billion monthly active users, leaning on an ecosystem-native strategy. That scale is driven by default Android placement and highly optimized multimodal pipelines that handle video and audio understanding natively. The market is currently splitting into 3 forms: a universal app operator, a secure cross-device browser workspace, and a native hardware ecosystem. This technical layer is now meeting significant pressure from the EU AI Act, forcing companies to adopt provenance standards. Anthropic has implemented Google's SynthID-Text to provide invisible, persistent watermarking for content generated by Claude. Note that this applies strictly to Claude's text generations, as the model lacks native image generation features, correcting claims that the watermarking extended to images. Financial pressure is also mounting at the hardware layer. Grok saw its valuation slash this week from $6.9 billion to $3.5 billion. This triggered a pivot away from pure chip design toward building an NVIDIA-powered NeMo cloud, a cloud computing platform specialized for high-speed AI inference. NVIDIA, by contrast, continues to deploy massive capital, including a $1.5 billion investment in the renewable energy firm SB Energy. They also extended an unprecedented $105 billion credit line to fund a new OpenAI data center. In geopolitics, we saw the formal unwinding of Meta's $2 billion Manus acquisition. While this made news this week, the deal was actually blocked by China back in April. This week simply marked the official split, as Manus returns to independent operation. Finally, we see a gap in global adoption. India is pushing to train 10 million AI workers, while deep enterprise integration in Japan currently sits at just 16%. Advanced models face significant ROI bottlenecks if they cannot navigate these regulatory requirements or overcome enterprise adoption gaps. When we look at the hardware, models, and agents released this week, a unified stack emerges. These developments suggest that AI is transitioning from an application into a coordination layer that manages software and hardware environments directly. Which of these updates will have the most impact on your workflow? Are you prioritizing the long horizon models, the browser agents, or the native app integrations? Let me know in the comments. If you want to keep tracking the technical reality behind the headlines, like this video and subscribe to KYC AI Labs.